Bienvenidos a 10 Gamers. Hoy vamos a ver, bueno, un torneo que se llama la conferencia Estados Unidos. Vamos a ver dos partidos. Los ganadores de esos dos partidos van a jugar la final. Vamos a la final, entonces Louisiana Tech contra el nuevo México State. Un minuto. No, tenemos acá el primer partido. Vamos a ver quién es el primer clasificado.
Welcome everybody to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff.
Vamos a ver dos partidos. Los ganadores van a jugar una final. Entonces en total serían tres partidos. Vamos a ver quién es el primer ganador. Vamos con el
For EA Sports College Football, this final joined as always by Kirk Crumstreet. Kirk, let's get right to the action.
Y acá tenemos a ambos equipos. Vamos a ver quién el saque, el primer saque. Nosotros.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Sacan.
Return starts from inside the 5. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. The Owls offense will be the first up today. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on to be able to make the plays, and more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. Offense getting set. It's second down. Tailback takes the handoff again. After second effort, he's brought down, but he's past the marker.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
A short completion to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Off play action, he's looking to throw. What a catch! Brought down quickly, but it's a big gain through the air. Spot the ball at the 45. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Caught behind the line. It's Bullock. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Acá el primer cuarto. Arranca el segundo cuarto.
Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. Getting set here now for the second period. Both offenses looking for some efficiency, for a spark after that opening quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Has the first down and more. Timeout call by the offense after the play.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on first down. Incompletion sets up a second down. Dropping back, it's Williams. Grab down the middle, it's Bennett. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. Here comes the 8th play of the opening drive, but now it's third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. Catch is made down the middle. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense first and goal from the 10. First down, looking to throw the ball. On the move now. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
Chris, when was the last time you saw an offense eat up the entire first quarter? Talk about moving the ball methodically down the field, and then eventually you're able to punch it in for a touchdown. This defense is going over to the sidelines just looking for answers.
PAT makes it 7-0. So the offense getting some momentum before halftime of the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. So Jacksonville State's offense takes the field. Our first chance to see them today. We got a quarterback here, Kirk, who's just trying to find his way, but the coaches have said they trust him.
Well, I think that's a big part of what he's able to do, and the reason they're giving him a chance to go out there and be the quarterback is he knows this offense. He's able to get this offense in good spots. Avoid the negative play is critical today for this team to win.
Incomplete. Very lucky to avoid an interception there.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time, and now third down coming up. To the air, it's Wimsack. Lets it fly to the wideout, and that's a third straight misfire.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on third down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm.
Makes the catch, and that is enough for a first down. They make the stop after a huge play. Moves the ball to the 35. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Looking to throw it on first down. And it's incomplete with just 1 second remaining on the clock.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
Fires it to the wideout. Makes the grab. They finally make the stop after a big play, but time runs out on the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, fellas. Perfect chance for us to put the first 2 quarters under the microscope. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
All right, thank you for the update, Kevin. Appreciate it. The kickoff team out there now to get the second half underway. And here's the return from inside the 5. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the Gamecocks offense back on the field. The running game's really been held in check so far. Let's see if they can get it going or if they choose to pass and try to cut into this lead. Oh, what a grab! Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that end route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Play action here on first down. Looking to scramble now. And the junior decides to pick up the first down himself.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Lets it go quickly. He's got to go for a run. They bring him down, but a nice play moves the football to the 31 and a first down. First down here for this offense. Back to pass. It's Rimsack. The pass is incomplete. They could not hook up on the final play of the third quarter. Kennesaw State is in front right now, Kirk. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game stats before we move on. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Oh, he makes the catch. Accolade at the 13, but here we go, a red zone opportunity.
Well, the quarterback has just too much time against this zone. There's not enough pressure to allowing him to sit back and pick apart this zone defense.
Looking to the end zone. Oh, would have been a game-clinching interception. Couldn't hold on. Brings up second down.
Boy, not only did they drop what looked like an interception in their own end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum in their favor.
The pass is way off the mark. Not sure who he meant to throw that ball to.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Touchdown, Gamecocks. Great catch when they desperately needed it. So the call on the defense declined, of course, and the touchdown will stand. They still need this extra point to tie. FBAT gives us a tie ball in the final quarter. You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Here comes the Kennesaw State offense back out on the field. How do you play this now? Do you call a conservative play and just wait for overtime, or try to make something happen and win in a regulation? Over the middle, it's Wallace. And a timeout is called late in this tie game. Crucial choices coming up. Pass caught, second down now. Trying to find some room. It's been brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. So it's a first down here. The clock is stopped temporarily, but they'll get to the line quickly. Looking to pass. It's Williams. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion. Looking to pass here on second down. Ramp down the middle. It's Wallace. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Okay. Vamos al cuarto.
So tied up after regulation, we go to overtime. Remember, in college football, it's dueling possessions. In the second overtime, if we get there, you have to go for 2 points if you score a touchdown. And the third overtime, Kirk, just becomes a series of 2-point tries.
And I know that's your favorite. See if we can get to that third series of these overtimes. I love extra football, so I'm looking forward to this. Let's see who's going to win it.
So here comes our first play of overtime. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking for the
Puta.
trying for a pick six to win the game. That'll do it. Game over. The defense makes a decisive play to win it in overtime.
Really nice job of mixing up the looks here by this defense. Sometimes man, sometimes zone. They fool the quarterback here completely, and he throws the pick.
So here we go. This defense needing to come up with something special here. Make a play to keep hope alive in this game. Makes the grab. It's Franklin. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
They'll try the ground game here. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. But you got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Finally stopped
Uy,
it.
bastante, todo lo que...
That gain is
Puta,
great.
estaba muy
First and
cerca.
goal. First and goal now as the offense tries to just punch it in and win the game right here. First and goal, handoff. Defense expecting run all the way. They stop him short of the goal line. Okay, now it's second and goal from the 1. On second and goal, they'll give him another chance. And he's in there. Touchdown to win this game in overtime. Wow.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as
Ganadores
one.
los
Great
locales.
communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
Now, this is a tough one, and you get it to overtime. You come up short. It's a heartbreaker. They'll have to pick up the pieces after this one.
Yeah, I think we both thought that this game was going to be really close, but I don't know if we would have been able to guess that it was going to be this close. They were so evenly matched, and it just came down to those few plays at the end that really decided it.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Hermstreet, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Entre Louisiana Tech, New Mexico States. Estos son así, pero dedican a la final. Bueno, la final. Ya está el Kenneth South States. Ahora, bueno, primero es el Louisiana Tech. Louisiana Tech. ¿Dónde está Louisiana Tech? Me partió ese equipo. Ahí está Luciana Tach contra el New Mexico States. New Mexico States. Es el siguiente partido para determinar quién es el otro finalista. A ver, ya llegó a la final ya un equipo. Lo perdimos ese primer partido, ahora toca mostrar que podemos hacer el partido.
And the iconic Caesars Superdome, the long-term home of the All-State Sugar Bowl, which this year, of course, is part of the college football playoff. Hi, folks, and welcome to this highly competitive matchup, as we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, taking on another Conference USA team, the New Mexico State Aggies. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined to the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. The Bulldogs offense comes onto the field for the first time today. Let's check out the impact players in this game, Kirk. Guys that are going to have to step up and deliver. The teammates look to them. Coaches are counting on them today.
Chris, I think these are the guys that show the most consistency, and I think that's why we're showcasing them. And they're going to have to be able to step up and not only make plays, I think provide the leadership. Coach has told us all week that these are the guys that really...
Here he goes. They'll bring him down right at the 40-yard line.
Chris, I know it's the first play of the game, but boy, nice job by this offensive line. The back gets behind him, picks up some positive yards.
Scanning the field, it's Bullock. Takes the grab with plenty of room to run. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. He decides to keep it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
It's a nice job by this defense. They saw option, actually forced the quarterback to pull the ball on the read, and then they corral him for a loss. You can tell they worked hard on that practice.
Zero running route stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and very long.
No,
Look out. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. He wins the foot race to the end zone.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And Kirk gets Louisiana Tech with the lead. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They've flipped ends of the field. We're ready now for the second period. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So New Mexico State's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. And Kirk, the guy carrying the football today, not necessarily a superstar, but he's got a toughness about him, and the team seems to rally around him.
Yeah, I think that's really important for this offense, is having a guy that they know, that they think of as a leader. I think that's a big part of the reason the coaches give him the nod to give him a chance to carry the football.
Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
That play was perfectly defended. You know, sometimes as an offense and an offensive coordinator, you hit a ball, and it's time to mix some things up on what you show the defense.
Grab behind the line, it's Callaway. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play.
How about the discipline of this defense here on second down? You're anticipating a pass. They've got pretty much everybody covered. And then once the back has the ball, how about the speed to be able to bring him down? Now it's third down.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass falls incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Makes the catch downfield. He's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop. Here comes the Bulldogs offense back on the field. Let's see how they play this here. Move into field goal position or take a couple shots at the end zone. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Receiver makes the grab. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Well, we're just getting started here, and already you can feel a rhythm between a quarterback and a receiver. Nice job again getting back in the pocket, making a nice, accurate throw to one of his top targets.
Dropping back, it's Bullock. Makes a quick grab. Good enough for first down yardage. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
I'll tell you what, in this first half, this quarterback seems to be making all the right reads and showing the accuracy that he's shown all year long. Outstanding pass, great conversion. They put 6 more on the board.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. They'll return it from inside the 5. Looks like the final play of the half coming up. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. And the gain just good enough for a first down. Minutes going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. It's time to throw it back to our guys in the booth to start up the second half.
All right, Kevin, thank you for the update. And they'll kick it away now to get this third quarter underway. They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Lets it fly out of the wideout. And it's incomplete that time, just out of reach of the receiver.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Oh, and it's almost picked off. A chance for their first interception today. It's going to set up third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback takes off now, looking to scramble. They make the stop just short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go. The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. Needs a completion here on 4th down. They can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
Chris, I understand being down a couple scores, it's 4th down, you've got good field position. Hey, let's keep this drive alive. I understand why you go for it. Unfortunately, not able to execute it. This could cost him the ball game.
They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a 1st down. And Kirk gets Louisiana Tech with the lead. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st down. They've got him in the backfield. Nowhere to run. They'll lose a yard on the play.
Boy, nice job by this defense being able to diagnose the counter play. You know, when you run that counter, you're hoping the illusion of the offense going one way and then coming back the other, that the defense buys into it. But they didn't buy it at all here, and they come up with a nice loss.
The field goal is good, and they add to their lead. So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. Gets it to the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll start the drive. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Tackle made after a big gain. Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. And he drops back in the gun. He's running out of time here. He's in the clear. And they finally get him to the ground on what'll be the final play. That's it. Game over. That's college football. You're going to have your highs and lows. They had big expectations today, Kirk. They just fall short. Couldn't get it done.
Well, Chris, we sat down and talked to them, and you're right. They put a lot into this game. I think they were very confident that they had everything that it took to be able to win this football game. And now they're going to have to put this one behind them, learn from the mistakes, move forward, can still have a great season.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. And this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Tenemos un final bueno. Entonces vamos con el Luciana. Louisiana Tech contra Kennesaw State. Acá, hay una acá. Kennesaw State. La gran final. La gran final se viene de la conferencia Estados Unidos. A ver, la gran final.
Welcome everyone to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we see a squad from Conference USA, the Kennesaw State Owls, taking on another team from Conference USA, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler with Kirk Herbstreit. It's time to get this national championship game underway and crown a champion.
Hoy vamos con el Kennesaw FX.
Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football. National championship at stake. Return starts from inside the 5. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. So Kennesaw State's offense comes onto the field for the first time today. And Kirk, the guy carrying the football today, not necessarily a superstar, but he's got a toughness about him, and the team seems to rally around him.
Yeah, I think that's really important for this offense, is having a guy that they know, that they think of as a leader. And I think that's a big part of the reason the coaches give him the nod, give him a chance to carry the football.
Here comes a handoff. Breaks free. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Boy, nice call here to start this national championship game off with a physical run. I think this offensive line has been a strength all year long, and here they get this game started the right way.
Looks like he's going to run it. Gets into space at the 50. They finally get him down, but that is a huge play. Quarterback doing it with his legs.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself, picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Off the play fake on first down. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Well, that's just being crafty right here by this quarterback. It's not there. You pick up what you can and stay ahead of the chains. And who knows, do this enough, they'll have to start spying on this quarterback, which could open up.
Breaks into the clear. Great move in the open field. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal. So, Kirk, we reached the end of one. So far, a defensive stalemate here in the early stats illustrating the story. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. So here we go, an exciting start to the quarter as the offense sets up with a 1st and goal. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Looking for 6. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. They strike first in this national title bout. So the offense obviously declines that penalty in the defense, and the touchdown will stand. They're set now to try the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Return begins inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20, trying to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So Louisiana Tech's offense gets their first crack now. We got a quarterback here, Kirk, who's just trying to find his way, but the coaches have...
He's able to get this offense in good spots. Avoid the negative play is critical today for this team to win.
The junior able to bring him down quickly. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. Second down play coming up for this offense. To throw, it's Bullock. Defense is coming after him. He gets the first and still goes. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Handoff here from the shotgun. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Williams. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Send the back in motion. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. The receiver looks it in. It's complete. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. No chance for a return. That football bounces away from the returner and heads out of bounds. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, thanks. What else might we expect in a game of this magnitude? Everything on the line. The eyes of the sports world on this battle with the coveted gold trophy at stake. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to Chris and Kirk. Fellas, hard to believe we're only one half away from crowning a national champion.
Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. To throw, it's Bullock. Running back has it on a screen now. Here he goes. Solid game there. Moves the ball out to the 32.
Chris, it really looked to me like those linebackers in zone coverage had their eyes in the backfield looking at the quarterback. They lost the running back sneaking out on that angle route. And I thought the quarterback did a nice job of waiting, being patient, and then making a nice throw for a first down.
Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap. Chris, I got to be honest. I mean, this is the national championship. We've seen so much out of this quarterback throughout the year and these receivers, and yet here in this biggest stage, they cannot do anything through the air. The timing is off. Now, again, you got to give credit to the defense, but I'm just shocked to see the way they're performing today.
They'll kick it away here. Choosing to return the punt. Oh, he's got a crease here. Look out. He's a dangerous returner. Finally good lane there. They finally get him, but excellent field position at the start of this drive. This should be the last play of the quarter. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pass rush closing in. It'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. Kennesaw State is in front right now, Kirk. We've reached the end of the third quarter in this national championship battle that has lived up to the hype. Before the final period, let's check out the game stats. Pretty good chance it's going to come down to the final possession. Which guy can step up and make plays as we head to the fourth quarter? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Off play action, looking to throw.
Puta.
Senior quarterback off target there, threw it behind him.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
20 catch. Tackle made after a big play all the way to the 27. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Here we go. A national championship is so close if the offense can keep the football and just bleed out the clock. Quick throw to his receiver. And the pass is incomplete. He dropped the first down attempt here across the middle. A national championship right in front of them if the offense can keep the football away here. Looking to pass, it's Williams. Can't get it away. The defense has got him. What a huge stop at this stage of the game. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Lets it go quickly. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They make the tackle, but that first down should be the clincher for our new national champions. 1st and goal for the offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Now he's stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Kennesaw State.
What a huge score here by this offense late in the game. This touchdown makes it a 2-possession game with under a minute to go.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. They'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team there. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. First down. Looking to throw the football. Looking for a late, deep throw. It's incomplete. They waited all game for a chance to intercept one. Instead, it's 2nd down. Dropping back. It's Bullock. Receiver makes the catch. He's brought down after a short gain. That's not going to be first down yardage. Quarterback spikes the ball and stops the clock. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Trying for a 4th down completion. Looking for the wideout. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. A defensive score in the title game, and this place is coming unhinged.
Well, and that's another touchdown for this offense. They continue to go out there and battle. I want to see what this handshake's going to be like after the game. I don't know how the opposing coach feels about this late score.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking deep for late game heroics. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help us a little bit. It won't make a difference in the outcome. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kurt, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the 3rd downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game. And today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
A ver, ¿cuál fue la figura? Bueno chicos, esto ha sido todo por hoy. Recuerden suscribirse en el canal, darle like, comentar y nos vemos en un siguiente video.